President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi calls on enhancing coexistence and forgiveness values among all religions. Egyptians continue voting in the second phase of parliamentary elections. And Biden pledging unity begins transition as Trump refuses to concede. Welcome back. The details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi instructed on Sunday to launch £1 billion initiatives through Tahya Misr or Long Live Egypt Fund. The head of state made his directives during his meeting with General Mohammed Amin, the presidential advisor for financial affairs and secretary of Tahya Misr Fund. The president stressed the significance of expanding and supporting social projects to serve the biggest number of citizens, in addition to intensifying the fund's activities that target the most needy families, taking into consideration the start of the new academic year and the winter season. President al-Sisi directed to continue promoting the fund's activities and initiatives, being an economic and social shield that consolidates states' efforts to meet citizen interests. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Bassam Radi said the meeting tackled Tahya Misr activities in the social protection field, as well as supporting families who need special care at the state's level. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi reiterated on Sunday the need to collaborate efforts to enhance coexistence and forgiveness values among all religions. During his meeting with visiting French Foreign Minister Jean-Yves Le Drian, the head of state also stressed the urgent need for religious tolerance and coexistence and extending bridges of understanding and brotherhood. President al-Sisi confirmed his rejection of linking heavenly religions with any extremist or terrorist actions and said Egypt is willing to cooperate with international efforts to enhance such concepts. He reaffirmed his backing for the current Libyan talks based on the recommendations of Berlin Conference and Cairo's declaration. For his part, French top diplomat hailed Egypt's pivotal role in settling the crisis in Libya. Le Drian expressed his country's respect for all religions and said he is looking forward to boost cooperation with Egypt in combating extremism. The meeting was attended by Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry and the French ambassador to Egypt. This came as Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry and visiting French counterpart Jean-Yves Le Drian held a press conference following their talks in Cairo on Sunday. Speaking at the conference, Shoukry said Cairo and Paris share strategic ties, asserting that Cairo is keen to continue strategic ties with Washington during Biden's tenure. For his part, Le Drian said Paris plans to continue cooperation with the United States under Biden. On Libya, Shoukry said Cairo believes the political path is the key to solve the Libyan crisis and supports holding free elections to address the ambitions of the Libyan people, while Le Drian said France shares a common stance with Egypt over the North African country. The French top diplomat said Paris backs the Egyptian initiative to boost cooperation among Mediterranean states. Egyptians on Sunday continued voting in the second phase of Egypt's House of Representatives elections inside Egypt. Around 9,468 polling stations opened their doors for voting from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Cairo local time. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi earlier cast his ballot at Martyr Mustafa Yusri Abu Amira School in Heliopolis in Cairo on Saturday. Also, a number of ministers and state officials voted in the elections, which were being held under strict measures amid coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, Minister of Health Dr. Hala Zaid held a press conference on Sunday over the latest developments with regards to the coronavirus and preparations for a new COVID-19 wave. Zaid said the spread of the pandemic in Upper Egypt governorates is less than the rest of the country. She said Helwan, East Nasr City, New Cairo, and Sharabiya are the highest governorates in infections. The minister stressed the significance of committing to wearing face masks and abiding by precautionary and preventive measures to combat the spread of infections. According to Zaid, the highest coronavirus infections are recorded for those who stay at home for long periods, who account for 65% of infections. Minister Zaid noted that the infection rate in the eastern Mediterranean region is similar to that of Europe and the United States, adding that chest diseases are expected to increase all over the world in the next 3 months. In this respect, she affirmed that infrastructure for chest hospitals had been boosted and all medicines in the coronavirus protocol are provided. She also said all medical staff are trained to work in IC units, adding that more hotlines for the 105 COVID-19 emergency number had been provided. American President-elect Joe Biden began the transfer of power on Sunday that Americans